Today we're going to learn the basic rules for playing the Lost Legacy card game. We'll start by showing you a character card, which are used for battle and invasion. In order to play a character, you have to pay a certain amount of magic points. For example, Cherry costs 4 magic points to play. Magic points are like the currency and fuel of the game. Both players start the game with just 10 magic points, so spend them wisely. When you play a character, you have to play it on one of your entry points, which are the start spaces of the game board. Entry points are marked with a triangular symbol. You can only play one character per turn. A character's speed represents how many times you can move the character per turn. Cherry has a speed of 3. When you move a character, slide it one space either north, south, east, or west. Getting a character onto an opponent's entry point is called invading. If you have a character on an opponent's entry point when their turn ends, then you will receive an honor. Honor are victory points that you get for accomplishing difficult tasks. If you acquire 3 of any honor, then you win the game. You can receive the same honor multiple times too. So if you can keep your character on the opponent's entry point for 3 turns, you will receive 3 honor and win the game. Invading is the defensive way to gain honor, but there are several other kinds of honor to go for as well. A character's stats are their offense and defensive values. Offense is the attack power that it deals, and defense is the highest attack that it can withstand. In order to attack another character, they must be in your attack range. Attack range are the spaces located directly adjacent to your character. You must rest your character by placing it horizontally in order to threaten an opponent's character. To threaten means you initiate a battle with that character. Only the threatening character will do an attack. The character that's being attacked cannot do anything but take the hit. During battle, you must compare the stats of the characters. Cherry threatened Prowler. Cherry's offense of 30 is greater than Prowler's defense of 10. Prowler will be destroyed by Cherry's attack. If you destroy an opponent's character by an attack, then you will receive 1 honor. This is the offensive way to win the game. Skills are specialized techniques that some characters can do. They are identified by a symbol which would be located in any of these 4 spots. To learn about the swordplay or witchcraft skill, watch the next tutorial video. The archery skill allows your character to attack from far away using a distance attack. The attack can hit any character in your long range, which stretches as far as possible north, south, east, and west. However, if there are cards blocking the way, you cannot attack over them. The flying skill allows a character to avoid any attacks except from other characters with the flying skill or archery skill. Abilities are unique tricks that each card can do. Cherry has the Cheer ability, which says, you may rest this character to add 1 power-up to any character on the battlefield. Remember, resting means placing the character horizontally, and if you use this ability, you will not be able to attack for the turn. Fortunately, all of your resting characters will refresh back to the active position when your next turn begins. A power-up raises the stats of your character by 10. If Cherry gave herself a power-up, her stats would become 40-40, making her even stronger. I suggest using small pebbles or even dice to keep track of them. Option cards are used to change how the game operates. You can play as many option cards during your turn as you like. Items are used for a one-time action, then they are disposed of. For example, Magic Potion lets you gain 2 magic points to help play more characters. Counters also perform one-time actions, except they have to wait for a specific action to trigger to. They can also be activated during an opponent's turn, unlike other cards. I'll explain more about Proximity Mine later on in the video. Equipments will link to a character, which means you place it underneath the card. The equipment will stay permanently linked to the character and will affect it in some way. Rabbit's Foot will raise the speed of the character linked by 4, which will help you get around the battlefield even faster. Environments stay permanently on the game board, which are used to alter your surroundings. Castle Wall raises the defense of all your characters that are next to it. When you play an option card, you place it in one of 2 positions. The active position will activate the ability of the option right away. If you don't want to use it yet, then place the option card in standby. The standby position will save the card for later, but it also makes a good wall. Walls are just another term for any option card on the battlefield. They are used to block paths and protect your characters from your opponent. Notice Frey at the top of the screen? She could easily reach Cherry and destroy her with an attack, but if I place more of my option cards as walls, then she won't be able to reach her as easily. You can still switch the option card from standby to the active position if you want to use its ability. Remember Proximity Mine from earlier? I have it set as a wall right now on the battlefield. It says if a character moves onto its zone range, then add 3 damage to it. Zone range is a 3x3 grid of spaces that surrounds a card and looks like this. Freya just entered the zone range of Proximity Mine, so I can activate it now. This will add 3 damage to her. Damage is the exact opposite of a power. Damage will lower the stats of a character by 10 for each damage on it. Since Freya landed on the Proximity Mine, she gets 3 damage, which lowers her stats by 30. Now her stats are 25 offense and 20 defense. Not only did Proximity Mine weaken her enough to protect Cherry from an attack, but Cherry is now strong enough to be able to attack Freya instead. Cherry's offense of 30 is higher than Freya's defense of 20, so Freya would be destroyed by an attack. This concludes the gameplay tutorial. Check out our other videos to learn more, and thanks for watching.